So now that John the Other has apologized for his editing and perhaps overzealous assessment of Rebecca Watson's psychology, I would now like to demand an apology from P.Z. Meyers. Well, let's look at P.Z. Meyers' language. Nutcase, clueless, goon, kook, obsessed, despised, bozo, fraud, scumbag, smarmy, used car salesman, sociopath, po-faced humorless clot, sleazy, liar, mentally deficient. Yeah. So, let's get an apology for that. One thing John the Other, and I'm sure Sensitive Nectar are aware of, but maybe many others are not, is when we're thinking of Rebecca Watson, we're thinking of the person and this person's character who has been hijacking atheist conventions for her little feminist agenda. That's displayed here in Communicating Atheism at the what was that called? The World Atheist Convention. We're aware of this. And again here at Skepticon 3. What did she say at 8:39 of the video? I wanted to talk about Christmas. I've never done a talk about Christmas before. Last year I did the feminism talk and it went over really well. But this year, you guys got a bunch of awesome feminists here, so I don't have to do that. Agenda much? Mission complete? This person says it quite well. Here, real simply. What Skeptic is doing is referred to as piggybacking in activism. It means to promote your particular interest or agenda in an event which is occurring for another cause. So what does that say of Rebecca Watson's character, P.Z. Meyers? Since you're the one defending her, I might as well be talking to you. So this little insight that we get from this video here, when she tells her story of the slave she has, or is going to have, and she is excited about this, she says that it's sexy. She finds the idea of having a slave sexy. What does that say about her character? And her other initial reaction, which was what most people are talking about, is how she's going to treat this slave badly. This was no doubt that's what she wanted to do. This is exactly what she wanted to do. She talks to a friend, and the friend has to talk her out of it, saying that that sort of thing is, well, wrong. What do we call a person who takes joy in another one's suffering, however slight? What does it say of that person that has to be talked out of it? Let's just see if there's some hypocrisy here in a little thought experiment. Let us perhaps think at this same convention that this was not her idea and she was the one in the audience, and a man gets up, let's say James Randi. A man gets up and tells this same story about his little girl slave that he gets to run around and do things for him, and tells the story in very much the same way. Do you think she, as the feminist she is, would be laughing then? I seriously doubt it. PZ and Rebecca Watson and the ilk try to remove themselves from the facts by saying, well, look, it was her making fun of herself at this thing. It was part of the joke. She's really making fun of herself as being this sadist, right? Well, that doesn't remove you from the responsibility of your psychology, does it? No. Just because I can make fun of myself as a sadist doesn't mean I'm suddenly removed from being that. Oh yes, she didn't actually go through with it, and they turned the joke around on the male. Real surprising. Girl power, go! And she basically ruins the joke by stating it that this is what they were going to do, and then the call comes in from the slave. So she's, screwed all that up there, whatever. That's not the point anyway. And as John the Other says, how does this really remove or actually change any of the moral points that we find ourselves in? It doesn't really, no. Oh, and a million excuses come out. The slave was happy that she was working with Rebecca Watson. Well, so what? It doesn't even matter, as I was telling Boo Boo. It doesn't matter. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the initial thoughts of what Rebecca Watson wanted to do and what she's done with that. And like I said, the best way to see this for what it really is that this feminist would not find this story funny in the least if it was a man doing it to a woman. Simple as that. Well, good luck on your agenda there, Rebecca Watson, infusing your little feminism into every little atheist conference you can find. Good luck to you, because it's not like the atheist community has got much respect left. So peace out, my brothers, sisters, and everyone in between.